Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we will be reading the whole entirety of the Infernal Devices series by Cassandra Clare. I am honestly so excited to read this. I finished the first three books in the Shadowhunter world or slash in the City of Bone series, Mortal Instrument series, and after that you're supposed to read Magnus Bane's the Elder Curses series, I think, and I read the first one. And now it's time to jump into the Infernal Devices series, and I have all three books over here. I thrifted all three of them in November or in December, and I'm honestly really excited to just pick this one up. I am currently in the middle of Clockwork Angel, and yeah, so far I really am enjoying it. But before I keep on rambling about this, I will just start with the summary of the book. So it's pretty much about Tessa Gray, who's American, and she is in search of her brother. And she went to London. She got kidnapped by the Dark Sister, who is a member of this secret organization that is called Pandemonium Club. And with being kidnapped by Dark Sister, she whilst being kidnapped by the Dark Sisters, she got to know her abilities more, and she also soon found out that she is to be wed to the Magister, which is the leader of this secret organization that the Dark Sisters are a part of. So the ability that she has is that she can transform to something else. So she's like a shapeshifter in a way. So the Magister, who is this leader of the Pandemonium Club, really wants Tessa's power. Anyway, while being kidnapped, she got saved by one of the Shadow Hunters, and with that she entered the Shadow Hunters world. And there's these two characters that she's fascinated with, which is James and Will, and she's intrigued by both of them, and it's either love, friendship, whatever it is, and she's intrigued by both of them, and they to her too. That, I think, is the start of the love triangle. And honestly, so far I really like James. I don't know if my opinion will change towards the end of the series or it will stay James. I just love how nice and how friendly he is and how understanding he is towards Tessa, I think. And Will, on the other hand, is very like mysterious and very brooding in a sense. So I am intrigued in who she will pick in the end. Maybe the love triangle is not between them. I don't know. I'm still pretty early on in the book. I'm listening to the book and I am currently on page 173, which is chapter 8. So I am not that far into it at all. I don't know how long the book is. I think the book is about 400 pages long. So I am just under halfway mark. So I'm really excited. By the way, guys, if you hear a like pet sounds, I'm currently dog sitting for someone, and the dog is sitting behind the camera. So if you hear some kind of sounds that is questionable, it's probably the dog. But anyway, let's go back. So yeah, I think that's the gist of the book. I will see if I really enjoyed it. This series is also in my yearly TBR, so it's very convenient for me to finish it in January. I'm really excited. I have some really challenging books over there, so in my yearly TBR. So I am glad that I have one series done and over with. So yeah, I'm excited to just continue reading, and I will update you when I have more updates with Clockwork Angel, but I think I will just update you towards the end slash after I finish Clockwork Angel. So yeah, that's that. And I will be journaling. I will make a little spread of the Infernal Devices series towards the end of reading all these three books. So I'm really excited how it will turn out and what I will think about the series. So yeah, let's just get into reading the Infernal Devices series and continue reading Clockwork Angel. I finally have a reading update for you, which is I finished Clockwork Angel. Honestly, I like it. I love it. I understand the hype fully. I think if I were to read this back in the day, whenever, I don't know, like the Mortal Instrument is more like prominent and more famous, I think I would have loved this so much. And honestly, the love triangle aspect, for some reason, I really enjoyed it. I rarely enjoy love triangles, so the fact that I enjoy Clockwork Angel was pretty interesting. And honestly, the plot twist in the end kind of got to me because I thought about it. I was thinking like, okay, what if this were to happen? And that happened, but it was just like a fleeting thoughts kind of thing, and I was just like, there's no way, it's too predictable. And it happened. Which, but it didn't lessen my enjoyment in reading this book because it was really good. And towards the end, when things were hitting the fan, it was kind of crazy. And honestly, between Tessa and Will, it was so like, it was almost there, and then Will just being Will, which is, yeah, it's the tension between them that I really liked. And I really liked how Jem treated Tessa as well. And the fact that Jem has this whole backstory to him is just so, I don't know. I don't know who I'm rooting for, but I think for now I like Jem more. We'll see. And with Will, I honestly understand the whole poll why people are more for Will than Jem, because I like when the love interest is a little bit brooding, a little bit mysterious and that kind of stuff. So that's why I like Will. But Jem, something about Jem is just so intriguing and so interesting and so mysterious. Even though we learn a lot about his backstory here, it's just honestly how heartbreaking was his backstory. I really enjoyed this. I think I still don't know what I would rate it, but honestly, truly enjoy. And the whole mechanic with the clockwork army, I guess, was so interesting to me. The way they infiltrated the house of the Nephilim, what is it called? I got it. Took me like 5 minutes to remember what the name was. But anyway, I don't know what I was even talking, but I think it's about the Clockwork Army infiltrating the Institute, that's the called. I thought it was called Sanctuary, but I was wrong, and I thought it was Enclave. Wrong. Anyway, moving on. But I really enjoyed book 1, and I'm so excited for book 2. I have a little mini update for book 2 this new year because I've picked up a new hobby, and this new hobby takes so much time and it's so addicting for some reason. I've been crocheting. I learned it over the New Year's. This is one of my goals, to crochet something by the end of 2025, or by the end of 2024, or at least learn how to crochet by the end of 2024. And it's literally New Year's Eve I learned how to crochet. One of my friends came over. We had a little, oh gosh, you guys are crooked. We had a little New Year's Eve party, and we decided to, I think the guys, they were playing Overcooked and Mario Kart and Smash whatever, and we were just there watching. And then my friend was like, by the way, I remember you wanted to learn how to crochet. Do you have the hooks and the yarn? So she just taught me there, and I've been loving crocheting so much. I've been practicing my single chain. I don't know if this is interesting, but this is like a little, I guess, quite a long scarf to practice on, but I think now I properly got the hang of it, and now I'm making a scarf with a different stitch. I know this might be not that interesting to you guys, but I'm really obsessed. It's also the 9th of January. I know I'm posting this quite late in the month, but I have not read a single book, and it's been 9 days. And if you guys know me, I usually read a book like every 3 days or so, and I love reading. I'm always reading whenever I can, but I've just been doing this. And I know I could listen to an audiobook, but I just haven't been in the mood to listen to any. So I've just been doing this scarf. Moving on to the actual update that I want to give you is The Clockwork Prince. I read about 30 pages of this and there's not much to update. Plus, it is also the second book. I don't want to update you too much, but I think this book will just be pretty much in the first book. The head of the institute, the London Institute, is Charlotte and Henry. And in the first 30 pages of this book is pretty much about Benedict Lightwood, who is trying to challenge Charlotte and Henry because he wants to be the leader of the institute. But honestly, it's so annoying because this day, or like this age, the Victorian era, women are looked upon so badly and so emotional. They cannot think straightly, and it just annoys me. As much as like I have a soft spot for, I don't know, Alec and Isabel Lightwood from the City of Bones series, I just really do not like Benedict Lightwood so far in this 30 pages. He's just so annoying. And even in the first book, he was quite infuriating. Everything he says just so annoying and so condescending towards Charlotte. But yeah, that is what I have so far, what I've read so far. So I will be continuing reading Clockwork Prince, and when I have an update, I will give you one, obviously. So yeah, let's get to reading. If I were Tessa, I don't know what to choose. I don't know who to choose because Jem is so nice and he's so understanding. And then Will is Will. He has his own appeal. And honestly, the way some of the characters explain about how beautiful Will is just makes me wonder, how beautiful is this guy? Because one time I think he was sleeping somewhere and Camille, which is like a vampire, came along. Like she went like into this place and saw Will sleeping, and then she said, oh, look at him, he looks like a painting. How gorgeous is this man? I just need to know. But anyway, aside from that, I don't know what I can say about the plot, but what I can say is that I still wholeheartedly hate Benedict Lightwood. And with the things that I know, I don't think I know a lot more, but I know something more, and it could lead into something very big. I know I'm being very vague right now, but I think when you read it, or if you've read it, you understand what I'm saying. And also, the plot is so interesting because I think in the previous update I said that it's like about Charlotte getting dethroned from the institute and then Benedict is challenging it. So there's this sort of pressure in the book where, because there's an ultimatum that was given in the, I think the Clave meeting about the institute and that kind of stuff. And it was that she gave, like the leader of the Clave gave Charlotte this ultimatum, this time limit, this deadline, and by then if it's not completed she will lose the institute. So it is very, I would say, pretty high stakes, and there is some occasion where I was just so worried. But anyway, and then in the last two chapters everything started going downhill so bad. We have a few days before the deadline, and then we found out this massive betrayal slash this, I don't know, turning point, I guess. And now we know why things have been the way things are, because there is this betrayal that we didn't realize from the beginning, but we are figuring it out right now. And I just feel so bad for this person who betrayed the institute, like their entire family. I'm trying not to gender anyone here so that it's no spoiler, but I just find it so sad that they acted the way they did because they just didn't feel like they belong in a way. I don't know how to say it less vague than that. But yeah, I think this last 150 pages will honestly be so stressful and be so, I don't know, just quite intense. And I'm here for it. I'm so intrigued in what's gonna happen and how it's gonna go down and what's gonna happen in the third book. But I imagine talking about the third book will probably be really difficult as well, because it's the third book in a series. It's the ultimate, it's the ending of the series, which I think will make it pretty difficult to like talk about. But I think the next update I will talk to you probably in the middle of Clockwork Princess, because it's already so difficult to talk about the second book, and I don't think in the next 150 pages I have anything more to say. Obviously I have a lot of things that I would like to say, but I don't want to spoil anyone. Maybe I'll do a spoiler section where you can definitely just jump into the next section. I will probably do that whenever I finish the whole trilogy and then talk a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'll think about that. But yeah, that's it so far. I will probably see you at the end of Clockwork Princess, or maybe in the middle of Clockwork Princess if I have something to say. So let's get into reading some more of Clockwork Prince. So now I'm finally here to update you guys on Clockwork Prince. I know the lighting is a little bit meh. Outside is so gray, but it is honestly a really good day to just read, which I hope I can do today. I have a lot of things to do today, but I am now here to update you on Clockwork Prince. I think the last time I talked to you was probably like 2 weeks ago, so I honestly don't remember much about what I say. But the ending of this book, I think if you guys read Clockwork Prince, I really want to have a section where I can just talk about everything, like spoiler and all, because I feel like it's so interesting and I want to talk about what my prediction are for Clockwork Princess. But anyway, so Clockwork Prince, I am just, I don't even know what to say. It is so crazy how the ending is, or towards, I don't know if I talked about it, but towards the end of the book, there's this betrayal. And then I was like, oh no, please don't. And then we also figured out things about Will where he, I don't know, he can live differently. This life-changing thing for Will. And yeah, the fact that he got that, and he, oh my gosh, how do I even explain this without a spoiler? But pretty much the romance in this book is insane. I am torn between the two. If I were Tessa, I would be probably going insane, because Jem is Jem and Will is Will. I don't know. I think the last time also, like, I think I talked about this though, but when Camille said that Will is like a painting, that he's so gorgeous and everything, and yeah, I still stand by what I said, that I still want to know how gorgeous this man is, and I want to see it. I really, really enjoyed this, and I think I will probably finish the whole series and then have this like spoiler filled section so that we can properly talk about what I think in, I don't know, from the beginning of the series until the end, what I think as if now, as if finishing Clockwork Prince. And I am, how many pages into Clockwork Princess? I think not even that far. Page 19 into Clockwork Princess. I think I'm still, I know in the beginning I said I'm more for Jem. I changed my mind. I think I'm definitely now more for Will, because the pining and the tension that Will and Tessa have is just crazy. But anyway, I think I want to read a little bit more of Clockwork Princess. I definitely have read Clockwork Angel a while ago. It was definitely December, and I read Clockwork Prince in the beginning of January, and January got really hectic, so I haven't really gotten into Clockwork Princess at all. But I really want to try and finish it this week. I mean, it's Thursday already, so I don't know how much I can read, but I want to try and read as much as possible of Clockwork Princess. And then, yeah, we can finish this video and I can finally upload it for you guys. And I just, yeah, want to see what I think of the series. And after this, I will continue in Cassandra Clare's world and see whether, honestly, my anticipated read from the whole Cassandra Clare's books or like series are The Last Hours, I think, which is like Chain of Gold, Chain of Iron, Chain of things. I'm not sure, but either way, I am very intrigued whenever I get to read that. But as of now, I'm gonna continue reading Clockwork Princess. I know I've been looking rough, but I am here to tell you that I finally finished The Clockwork Princess. Honestly, I don't know what to say. It is oh, such an epic tale. I am so speechless by the book. Sadly, I don't think it'll be a 5-star, but I will probably remember this book forever. And to that, I will probably talk to you more tomorrow while I don't know, talk about the whole entirety of the book. Honestly, if you need a sign to pick up the Infernal Devices, please pick it up. I don't even think you need to pick up the City of Bones series or the Mortal Instrument series. Like, obviously, it'll be interesting to get to know. Because in the Mortal Instrument series, we pretty much see their descendants, I guess, from the characters from the Infernal Devices. So, yeah. I'm still so speechless. I cannot stop thinking about it. I read it I finished reading it like an hour ago. I digested it a little bit, but I just want to film the spoiler section now, but I know I need to like calm myself down and sleep on it, and then tomorrow I can talk about it properly. Honestly, the ending of this book, I did not expect to go it that way. I think it's quite an understandable or ending in a way. It is, I think, the best ending that they could probably both received under the circumstances, but I just feel so, I don't know, conflicted about some of the things that happen. And yeah, I cannot wait to continue reading this Shadowhunter world. I will be picking up the second book in the Eldest Curses series, which is the Magnus Bane and Alec Lightwood series. Also, another thing, I don't think this is a spoiler. Honestly, seeing Magnus in the Infernal Devices series just made me adore / love his character even more. Like, because before, in the first 3 books in the Mortal Instrument series, honestly, I liked his personality and all, but I don't think I am quite so attached to him as I am now. So I think it will be an interesting read, the second part of the Eldest Curses series. Not that I remember what happened in the first, even though I read it I think a month ago. So I'm just gonna see if there's a summary out there where I can just refresh my memory before getting into the Eldest Curses. But yeah, I think that's the update from me as of now. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna film the journal spread for the Infernal Devices. I still need to think and brainstorm in how I want to do it. So yeah, let's journal. So I'm finally here for the outro and finally finishing off this vlog that I have filmed for the past like a month and a half. It wouldn't have taken me that long to finish the books because they're so good, but I think it was just combination of filming other reading vlogs and doing other things that just, yeah, that took quite a bit. But I am just so obsessed with these books, I think, because like in the beginning I was like, oh, I guess I understand the hype. I'm not like obsessed with the characters, but honestly, Clockwork Princess was so good. And okay, before I get into the spoiler section of this vlog, I just want to say maybe I'm open to reading more books with love triangles, because the thing that I really don't like about love triangles, they are like, you never really have enough time with the second like love interest because they are speeding it up, or like usually it's not enough for like one of the characters because you want to get straight into like the actual love interest, the one that the main character chooses. So, but I think in this book it is split quite equally, and I feel like we get to know Jem enough and we get to know Will enough, and it's just like the perfect balance, I think, love story-wise between them. But aside from that, the storyline, I think, I mean, the major plot, which is to know what the Magister wants from Tessa, is, I feel like, the ending and the full grand reveal of what happened was very satisfying personally, because I thought like, oh my gosh, if this is not satisfying, I will be so mad, because it is such a good plot twist, even like what he wants in the end. But yeah, and even in epilogue in Clockwork Princess, I don't know, I don't even know what to say, but the epilogue was kind of like I don't know, it was just there to break our hearts personally. But anyway, before I ramble too much, let me get into the spoiler section. So you've been warned, if you haven't read the Infernal Devices series, click off. Unless you don't mind spoilers, then obviously if you want to stay, you may stay. But yeah, honestly, the amount of plot twists that we find in these books are quite insane. The first plot twist that made my jaw visibly drop was Nathan, which is the brother of Tessa, and the fact that he just betrayed everybody and that he's actually working for Mortmain. Honestly, cannot believe it. Even though the way he died was so brutal as well, and so heartbreaking in like Tessa's point of view, because obviously he's the only living family that Tessa has. So it is heartbreaking to see him die that way, I guess. And before that, the plot twist that makes me, I don't know, that made me so annoyed at this specific character is Jessamine Lovelace, I think her name. Exactly, Jessamine. And I cannot believe that she was so blinded by Nathan that she sold everyone out. Oh, that honestly still kind of have beef with Jessamine, even though Jessamine died so easily like that, and the way she was tortured. I don't know if she was tortured in the Silent City, but the way she looked whenever she died, it was like she was bony and sad and like under eyes. And just, by the way, I'm sorry if you can hear the heater just banging, but it's just my heater, don't worry. But yeah, that's like the main plot twists, that, or even like the plot twist where the Magister is Mortmain. Honestly, I don't know which storyline ends where, but I just, the fact that we get to see some of the characters from the Mortal Instrument series in this series, like Magnus Bane, who else? Is it just Magnus Bane? But like even the last names from the main characters, like Herondale, because Jace from the Mortal Instrument series, he's Jace Herondale from Stephen Herondale, which is obviously, I don't know if it's great grandson, but it's definitely the same timeline, same genealogy. And yeah, and the fact that after finishing Clockwork Princess, I read City of Fallen Angels, which is the fourth book in the Mortal Instrument series. I get to see Brother Zachariah was honestly heartbreaking, because the ending when Jem decided to become Silent Brother, it broke my heart so very much, because in a way he was sacrificing himself instead of getting married to Tessa, or instead of looking for a cure. He decided, you know what, Will has always been my Parvati and he loves him so much, so he's like, I'm gonna take a step back, go have your girl. I cannot, honestly. That section in the book where Jem found out that Will also loves Tessa, and where Will found out that Jem died, and whenever Tessa and Will had sex, and then whenever they were fighting and Tessa became this angel and Jem was there as a silent brother. What a crazy ending. I know the ending might be expected, but I guess in a way, if you put more brain power into these books than me, you would probably realize that at one point she would probably shapeshifted into an angel, which exactly what she did in the end. So yeah, honestly, I am just here for the love triangle. I love the plot line, don't get me wrong, but the love triangle in this book is insane. Anyway, that's a spoiler section. Yeah, I just want to know how many people have read this, because I know this book series is quite old, if I'm not wrong. Let me check. Yeah, this book series is quite old. It's from 2011 at least, Clockwork Prince. But yeah, honestly, please comment down below if you've read the Infernal Devices series, because I am so how did I not read this whenever it was 2011? Because I would have loved this. I would have eaten this up like none other. But yeah, I cannot wait to continue. Obviously, I've read City of Fallen Angels already, and I am gonna continue to City of Lost Souls, if I'm not wrong, because the ending of City of Fallen Angels, oh my gosh. Just also let me know if you guys want me to film another Cassandra Clare's vlog, like the last 3 books in the Mortal Instrument series, because I would probably be down to do it. But if not, I'm just gonna add it into vlogs, obviously. But yeah, and besides that, I honestly love how my reading journal turned out. I feel like, honestly, it kind of captured the Victorian London. You probably saw it already because you saw me put this together. And yeah, I also made a little mini book, and it says the Infernal Devices, and I put a little gear on it. I truly adore this. And whenever I made this, I was like, oh, I still want to journal more about the Infernal Devices. So I decided I know it is a bit crooked, but I think I just love how it turned out. It is the Infernal Devices aesthetic, I guess, as a Pinterest board, which I love. And I did that quite a lot last year as well. I did it for all my favorite books of each month. So yeah, I love this, and I hope you guys enjoyed me putting this together. But yeah, that's pretty much it from the Infernal Devices series. I honestly would love to reread this series now. Just knowing what's gonna happen to them, but just go back. You know what I mean? But I don't think I will do it. I will continue with the series. And another thing that I can tell you, I don't think it is a spoiler, but I spoiled myself because I did not look at the reading order, and I was like, you know what? After the Infernal Devices series, it's probably the second book in the Eldest Curses series, which is Magnus Bane and Alec Lightwood book, or like book series. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna continue to that. But I listened to the first chapter, I think maybe 2, 3 chapters in, and I was like, I'm missing so many things in this world. What happened? And then I look at the reading order that she has in 17 website, and I was supposed to go to the fourth book in the Mortal Instrument series. So obviously I missed a lot because I missed 3 books in between. But yeah, don't do what I do. If you guys are also reading the Cassandra Clare's world, please stick to the reading order, because the amount of connections that you will get is so satisfying. And honestly, it is worth it to follow the reading order, because then you get introduced to some of the characters that you didn't know before, and then it will like hit harder whenever you see them. So yeah, anyway, that's that. And let me know down below if you guys read the Infernal Devices series, or if you guys are interested to read the Infernal Devices series. Yeah, just let me know down below. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.